So we'll be honest, a lot of problems that government faces actually are kind of complex, or in some cases very complex. It's hard to know what to do. If someone said, fix Social Security, what would you do? It'd be tough to figure that out. But other problems are not complicated. They're pretty easy to solve. And one of them is crime, another is homelessness. So California has more homelessness than any place probably in the world. Gavin Newsom, the governor, spent billions on trying to prevent it, but the problem's gotten worse. California now has 30% of the country's entire homeless population. So that's just a mystery to Gavin Newsom. We spend billions, it's getting worse. How come? What's interesting is to see the alternatives to this lunacy, and one of them is a place called Coronado, California, one of the prettiest cities in the state. Richard Bailey is the mayor of Coronado and joins us tonight with his solution. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for coming on. I can't remember a more inspiring story. Tell the viewers, if you would, how you solved homelessness in Coronado.
Well, Tucker, there are several factors that have contributed to Coronado's continued success at maintaining a low to zero rate of homeless. And one of those factors is our approach. And our approach starts with a sincere effort to connect any homeless individual with the resources they need to get back on their feet. So anytime there's a homeless individual in town, we have contracted with a third-party shelter provider that can connect them with a roof over their head and the resources they need to improve their life. And I sincerely believe that we have a civic and moral responsibility to help those that actually want to be helped. But we also have a broader responsibility to the larger community to make sure we are maintaining safe and clean public spaces that include making sure that the sidewalks are not blocked, that we don't have people shooting up with drugs and using alcohol in public spaces, that we don't have people urinating and defecating in public. So we also maintain a very consistent and proactive amount of code enforcement. And I think the combination of those two is what has contributed to Coronado's success.
So I think the key to what you just said, and it's something that you never hear anybody say, which is we do, of course, have an obligation to the least among us, and that would include people living on the street addicted to drugs. But we have a twin obligation to everybody else because they live there too. It's their city also. And I don't know why you're the only mayor I have heard in like the last 10 years to say that out loud. Why is that a hard concept?
I wish I knew the answer to that, Tucker, but I have to say this is important for viewers to understand that what is happening here in California is not normal. When you consider that from 2012 through 2022, we actually saw the number of homeless individuals nationwide drop from 620 to about 580,000. So we saw a decrease around the entire nation. Meanwhile, over that same time period, we saw the number of homeless increase by 40% in California. And that is despite us, in the past 3 years alone, spending $10 billion in effort to solve this mess.
Yeah. Thank you for noticing the obvious and acting on it. Mayor Richard Bailey of Coronado, a truly beautiful place. Thank you.
Thank you.
So a lot of people claim the Biden administration doesn't really care about you, but that's untrue. If you're Ukrainian, they care very, very much. And that's why the Attorney General showed up in Kiev today to kiss the ring of his real boss. Former Congressman Dennis Kucinich joins us to explain what is going on here. We'll be right back.